Jesse and Joe, let them know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, not much. I do like that catchy intro song we got.
Oh, it's very, very catchy. I know that.
It pumps me up to get me ready for the podcast.
Yeah, we listen to it over and over again, and we get pumped up.
Yeah.
What you drinking there, Joe?
I have a coffee I just made. It's like a cappuccino from my espresso machine.
And you got it in that heated mug.
Yep.
Sweet.
It's delicious. I'm going to take a drink right now.
It's good, huh?
Yummy. I don't know if it's technically a latte or a
Yeah.
cappuccino, but it's an espresso with the milk that I put through the little steamer, little frothing part.
I heard it. I heard you making all that noise in there.
Yeah, it's kind of loud,
Yeah.
but that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man, it's yummy.
So what's been going on, Joe?
Well, I'm keeping up with my homework.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm on Canva.
Canva.
Yeah, trying to design and make stuff through my professional communication class.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for potential customers or shareholders or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know your targeted audience and then create some stuff in Canva.
Yeah,
so I'm doing a trifold.
Yeah. You got
Brochure.
Got somebody helping you with it?
Yeah, our friend Jennifer helped me get started. We did my trifold. I'm not done with it, but I mean, she got me started.
But you're on the right track. You know what to do.
I think so. Well, being part of the school, I think if I log in via my student account through
Yeah.
the college or through my employee account at the school, I get the premium version.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
But I just
Should.
logged in at my regular one at the house.
And you
And
didn't have
no, it
good
seems
features?
like every cool thing was premium.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got a good start on it though. And
That's
then
good.
next thing I have to do is a 4 to 6 page newsletter, which I'm going to make a What's Going On with Jesse and Joe podcast newsletter.
Perfect. That'll be great.
And I think
Yeah.
we mentioned that last time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, Canva, I'm getting a little better with it, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You have anything go on this week at school? I know you subbed a lot. Again,
Yeah, it was all right.
seemed like we were like yesterday for sure.
Yeah.
Seemed like a lot of teachers were out. Why were they out? Were there competitions going on or something?
Yeah, there was the choir folks were out, and then some coaches were out
Was
for a
there
track meet.
Was there anything to do with like a history deal or anything? Because I know a history teacher was out, 8th grade history. I don't know.
I
just
don't know.
There was a lot of teachers were out.
Yeah. Well, it's that time of year where there's
Yeah.
track meets and there's UIL competitions, which is where the fine arts folks have their competitions: choir, band, orchestra.
Yeah.
So if those teachers leave, we need our subs to go into those classes. Or and plus, there's a lot of coaches towards the last part of the day. If coaches have something, I mean, they're in classrooms and they have PE.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of folks out.
You know, I gather my data for my individuals, for my kids, for my guys on their. I gather data on them, but it's hard when they have subs
Yeah,
because they
that's
don't
true.
really know how
Yeah.
to rank them or do the data right. You know, so I got to follow in behind them a lot and just kind of find out
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
the big bucks. Yeah.
I was a math teacher for, like, the sub could be there the first period through 7th, and then they just needed to fill in for the final 8th
Yeah.
period. So I went in there with that, and they wouldn't stop. Like, it seemed like the whole class was just loud and didn't want to talk and didn't want to sit where they're supposed to sit. And I showed them an essay that I had that I created for that teacher, and this teacher had made a previous class do it when they didn't behave for a sub. And they didn't care. They just kept on. And
Was one of my boys in there
or
not?
I don't think so.
You sent one of mine to the room to me one day, but I think he was done or something with his work or something.
Oh, yeah. That was earlier in the day.
Well, that's the one to previous episodes. He's the one that took your jacket.
Yeah.
Ate the
Ate the
Starburst.
Starburst right in front
And
of the
then
teacher, yeah.
now, same thing. He's been really good. He's given me good numbers. He's been really good. But one day. It's like 3:15, and they come to my room about 3:30 to check out.
Right.
About 3:15, he shows up, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean,
That's a
what's
half
go-
hour
wh-
before
wh-
school.
Why did she send you? You know, like, dude, you have a great number. You're all fives today. You're a perfect day. It's like great. You're doing great. What's going on? He said, she kicked me out of the room. I'm like, dude, why? You know, well, we were looking at onions in the microscope. She had a piece left and she was just going to throw it away. So I just ate it. And I'm like, dude, you can't eat, your experiments. It's a lab. You have lab rules. And part of lab rules is you don't, eat
Right.
in the lab.
Right.
Not that he just not eat in the lab. He ate part of the lab experiment.
Yeah.
And so he just didn't understand why she gave him what she gave him and why
Yeah.
she ran him out. Because he was saying she was wasting food, which was an onion.
It was just going to get thrown out in his.
And he was
yeah.
in his mind, he was just going to throw it out, but he ate the onion. And so it ruined his little streak he had going. But he rebuilding his streak, though. He's got a new streak going, so he's doing really good again.
But they do have science labs where there's a lot of stuff to eat.
Yeah.
They'll do it with Oreos
Yeah.
or little pieces of candy, and they'll put those candies all around
Yeah.
on a tray or whatever it is. But people had been messing with that stuff all day, and it's
Right.
not
The
to
onion.
eat.
The onion, they've been cutting that onion up all day.
Yeah,
Hands on it, Yeah, it was gross.
yeah.
And that's pretty much what
A
it
lot of
was.
times when they have candy, they'll let the kids experiment with the different candy because they got to separate colors or
It's
whatever.
their own
or-
candy. Like they grab that candy themselves and put
well,
it. Used
if
it.
it's to do the experiment or the lab, they're not allowed to eat that. But then the teacher will give them whatever they're allowed to give them, right? If they're allowed to give them one Oreo
Yeah.
or whatever it is, after it's done, and if it's approved by the school, because they can't just give candy and cookies and
Well, after he told me,
onions or whatever.
after he told me he ate the onion, well, I could smell him. He had an
Yeah.
odor,
Yeah.
like he was sweating, like hot. Like he was his body odor. You could smell the onion coming out of him. He was an onion boy.
Oh.
So, anyway,
well.
but poor guy. He was really upset that she was mad at him.
I mean, I like onions too. I don't know if I
Yeah.
would just swipe it off a tray and eat it,
Yeah, well, she was just going to throw it away, Joe.
but yeah.
That's what he told me. She was just going to throw it away. Why
Yeah.
can't I eat it?
What else is going on?
Well, I don't know. I know school's almost out. We have 30 days left.
30 actual school days,
I
but
believe
about 2 months
Yeah.
calendar.
Yeah, 30,
days.
30 school days left.
It's
I
winding
think
down.
It's now it's when you can start marking them. It's 30 days, 29, 28,
Yeah.
27. So I'm ready for summer.
You know what? Speaking of that, it's cold out.
Nice. I like it.
No, I think it's too
No,
cold.
it's fat boy weather.
Well, it's not
It's
skinny guy
man.
weather.
Yeah, it's fat boy weather. So I love it.
What is it in the 40s?
It was this morning when we woke up.
Yeah.
In the 50s right
It's
now.
a
It'll
little
be 50s
rainy.
all day. I
It
think.
rained on us earlier.
Yeah, that rain makes it feel colder than it really is. I think it's like 55 or something.
Yeah, mid 50s right now. But it's around 2:30 in the
Yeah.
afternoon. I mean, it should be nice and warm spring weather out. But we
Yeah.
had that cold front move through. A lot of storms are building up.
Yeah.
Luckily, we didn't really get a whole lot of thunderstorms. We got some rain, and then thunderstorms, like, they start up and they
Yeah,
push
It's
east.
that time. It's tornado season.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of tornadoes out south.
Oh, we
Arkansas
did.
and stuff like that. A lot of people got killed over
Yeah,
this
Missouri,
week.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then right now, they're in East Texas and into Louisiana.
Yeah. So, yeah. No,
But,
it's that time.
We did do the shelter drills.
Shelter in place.
Yeah. And, gearing up for tornado season.
Yeah. Yeah. They
So
kinda-
the admin, they would take a class or a couple of classes at a time to show them where they go, which I think is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all
You don't
need
want
to know.
something to go down or do a drill and have the entire school do a drill where they got
Yeah.
to go somewhere.
Yeah, we did the lockdown drill last week.
Yeah, but that's a lot easier. You
Yeah.
staying in place and just being quiet.
How tough you think those windows are in our room?
The outside ones are pretty tough. that got those that they got upgraded with a security thing that went through a couple of years ago. But the interior ones, I don't know
I
if
don't
they're
think my windows have anything on them. They don't have that thing that holds them in place where it don't shatter.
the ones to the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at them.
I don't know, but a lot of them are reinforced.
I've seen those
thick
windows
glass.
that are reinforced. They have that like a tape or some kind of screen on them, and it's supposed to keep them from shattering.
Yeah.
But my windows in my room don't, So one kid asked me, "So you think we could throw something to the window and bug out of here, in case something gets going?" It's like I don't know. I don't know if it breaks. Last year I had a kid 3 times throw chairs at the windows.
Yeah.
And it bounced off the window and almost hit him one time. Like he literally picked the chair up over his head, threw it at the window. It just bing, bounced off the window and went, 10 feet into the room, just bounced off. So their windows are pretty tough, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we could break them. That's what I told him.
Well, that was also a smaller kid trying to. If you picked up something, he might be a little
Maybe.
more successful.
Maybe. But I mean, that chair bounced.
Yeah. Well, that's good that they're pretty tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, them kids were like, man, we're going to throw something to the window. We're just going to jump out the window and run.
I don't think we have much to worry about.
I don't think so either, but you never know.
There's lots of stuff set up for deterrence, nowadays.
You think?
Yeah. We got armed guards. There's lots of cameras. They got exterior doors are locked and checked all the time.
I hope so.
I guess it could be if a student was already in there and then he just decided to
He decided to do
or
something.
she decided to go crazy.
Yeah, nobody's going to come in. I don't believe that.
No.
Off the street. Probably not.
But we're practicing just in case.
We're practicing. We're getting it down.
Yeah. I think it would be crazy if they tried some sort of shelter-in-place drill like during one of the lunches.
Yeah, they need to do something where,
You know?
like, not just sitting in a class during Bronco time when we know it's coming. Basically, they need to surprise us every now and
during
then.
study hall.
Yeah.
The
Or when would be a really good one?
passing period.
Passing period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a tough one. That would really be a tough one.
But a tornado's not going to care.
No.
A tornado's not going to be like, well, we'll wait till they're all in study hall.
Yeah, they make it easy on us, really, when we do the drills.
I think if you do the drills when it's easy, the students know what they're
What to
supposed
do.
to be doing.
Yeah. I think if we did it, though, I think it would be mass panic.
If we did it during a
Oh,
lunchtime
yeah.
or passing period.
Yeah. I think it'd be a mass panic.
Yeah.
I think so. But other than that, man, I haven't been doing much at school, like anything fun.
No?
No. Track's over with. Basketball's over with.
Oh, track is over with, huh?
Star test is this week.
Yeah, so we're gearing up.
That's not fun.
in the classroom, they're doing a lot of review to get ready for the
Yeah.
statewide.
Yeah, because
testing.
I had one girl, a new girl that she's been self-contained, and I didn't get a lot of work for her to do because it's all review for the STAR test.
Yeah.
So, you got to teach for that STAR test.
But I think it's good that they're kind of, regardless of the reason why, right? I think it's good that they're kind of reviewing everything they've learned for the year.
Yeah.
Because some of that stuff was at the beginning of the year. They got to go back and relook at
Yeah.
some of the stuff they learned.
Yeah. What's that theorem?
Pythagoras theorem.
Pythagoras. That Pythagoras throws me. It don't look like Pythagoras.
He's a heck of a guy.
When I look at it, I'm like, that don't look like what it says to me. I want to say Pytherium.
That sounds like a Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah.
No, he was a heck of a guy. Pretty smart.
Yeah. Speaking of Bitcoins.
Oh, it's not doing that great.
My God, Joe.
Well, Bitcoin.
It's all your fault, Joe.
No, it ain't. Bitcoin.
Yeah, you put me on all that stuff. Now everything's going down.
Bitcoin
it ain't
itself is
Trump's
not
fault.
terrible.
It ain't the terrorist's fault. It's Joe Fortune's fault. It's his fault for putting me on Robinhood and buying all this stuff.
Right.
And
But look,
everything goes down when Jesse gets onto it. I mean, it's proven. It's a proven fact. So Trump doesn't have anything to do with all this stock going down. It's me,
It's me.
Robinhood. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate
Well,
you.
if you look at it, Bitcoin is at 83,000.
Yeah, I bought it like at 120 or something.
It wasn't there for 120.
Yeah, it was like 100 and something, Joe.
105 maybe.
105. I bought it when it was at the highest point.
I did too.
Okay, wow, Joe.
Well, I bought it at the highest point a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right after I bought it, and I bought Doge. Remember that Doge coin?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Elon Musk came out and said, "No, it's all a bunch of garbage." Well, it
Right.
went down. I bought Doge at 45 cents, and I bought Bitcoin at 45,000.
Yeah.
Guess what? Bitcoin went all the way down, and I just watched it go
Yeah.
down and down and down. It got to like 17,000.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I'm stupid. I just put money in some fake thing,
fake money.
fake money.
Yeah, I can't even touch it.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't take a coin and go buy something.
Nope.
But then it's going up. It went
Yeah.
up, and then it finally got to 45,000. I said, "Well, I broke even.
Yeah.
Thank goodness with this stupid thing." And now, then it went to 100. And, I doubled it.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I did go down a little bit, but I think it's fine. And then XRP, I said, "Man, I saw it go down to $1.99, $1.98."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm going to put in a limit order. If it goes down to $1.97,
Yeah,
I'm going to buy it."
right.
And I put in the order. It went up, 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 up. It never did go down 1 more cent.
Yeah,
So I didn't buy it like a dummy. I wanted
Yeah.
to save a penny.
1 penny.
So I'm being cheap instead of just
Yeah.
hitting the buy button. But I was thinking since it was going up and down, up and down,
Yeah.
up and down, it was going to go down 1 more cent. But no.
Yeah, I should. I had my alarm set on it too, and I should have bought some, and I didn't.
It's
'Cause
at
that's how we get our money a little more down. We buy it
You're
when it's
co-
cheap.
right.
So like Nvidia stock, it's way down right now,
Oh, I'm going to buy that
and so
after I get some money. I don't have money right now,
yeah,
but I'm telling you the ones I'm going to buy that I think are a good price. Amazon, it's 170.
what was it? High point.
Low to like 220, 230, I think. International Seaways. I'm gonna wait on it, but that's a good thing. And it's a good company, and they pay a good dividend. But they're at $29.
Yeah,
But I think they're gonna go. But I'm gonna give them a little bit to
Yeah.
stay down.
yeah. Because I bought Nvidia high. I bought it like at $1.19.
You mean 119?
I mean 119. Yeah,
Yeah.
119. So I need to buy some now while it's
Yep.
below 100.
Yeah, it's in the
To
90s.
bring it down to say 110, 115, so that when it does go up, I'm in the positive
Me
side.
too. Me too.
There's a lot I
Nvidia.
need to buy. Vistra too. Vistra's down. I bought it when it was I think I bought Vistra at 150.
Nvidia has a dividend
Yeah.
too, and I think I'm gonna try to get some more shares of Nvidia. There's this one Broadcom. I think they're decent, and they pay a dividend, and they're pretty low right now.
Yeah.
And what's this? Oh, CMB Tech. They're around $8.
Yeah. That's another shipping thing or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Yeah. What about that
Oh.
Chinese one? That one was just gonna blow
we're not
up.
going to talk about that one. I'm done with that. I forgot about it.
Man.
Yeah, CMB Tech, they ocean transportation and storage of crude oil. So once we get all this stuff squared away,
Yeah, the LNG and stuff. Yeah.
and I think when we start drilling and getting some more contracts and stuff set up, they're going to be in business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And right now, $8,
Yeah.
I think that's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
And let's see if they pay a dividend. Oh yeah, they pay a big dividend.
Yeah. That's good.
Percentage wise,
Yeah, that's
because they're
good.
so low in
Yeah,
price.
I
I mean, the dividend's higher percentage.
Oh well. That's enough about the stocks, Joe. It's just going.
But
down.
it's low right now. I'm going to give it a.
buyer's market.
Oh my goodness, is it?
Yeah.
I think when
But
I
this
think if
buyer
people-
has to have money.
I think if the people aren't buying right now in 2025,
Yeah.
I think they're going to look back 5-10 years from now and say,
Think,
"Man,
man,
I wish I would have
should've
bought in
bought some."
2025."
Yeah.
That's
think
like
so, too.
right before the big tech boom,
Yeah. Yeah.
like in the early 2000s. Like if you weren't in the market, like you were losing.
Yeah, they're blaming it all on Trump and the tariffs and stuff, but I really don't think it's because of that. I think they were going down already. Most of the tech stock were going down.
Yeah.
Little by little, they were going down. A lot of it had to be when China announced that new DeepSeek AI, and it kind of threw a wrench at things. And I think that's the problem with the AI, all the AI stocks going down, and the technology stocks were going down. I don't think it's all has to do with the Trump tariffs.
Yeah, I think they're gonna really turn around though.
I
When
think
they
so.
start making that one, the Taiwan guy is gonna make that in Arizona,
Yeah,
and we start building up a lot of these data centers.
yeah,
I think those stocks are gonna.
yeah.
Do
Things
really
are going to
well.
rebound.
I also read an article that there's a reason why the stock market's going down right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
and they're letting it go down.
Yeah.
yeah. I know. Part of letting it go down would be try to get the interest rates to go down, for the Fed to lower the interest rates.
Right, and that's because if the stock market goes down, the bond usually goes up.
Yeah.
And if the bond does that, then they're going to be lowering the interest rates
Yes.
on that. So
It's all. I think it's all a planned thing.
there's yeah.
I believe it is.
And
don't-
we could take advantage of a low
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah.
I
Maybe-
think Tesla's going to go up like crazy.
I think we
People
get our.
are saying that Tesla's really gone down,
Yeah.
and Elon's lost a lot of money, but I think they're just trying to make a news story out of that.
I think so too.
Because look at here, we'll go to Tesla. They're at 235.
Yeah, that was pretty much a low point a couple weeks ago, where I should have bought it and I didn't. And
Well,
went
they
up.
went all the way down to 225. They've been
Yeah.
they've been
Well,
up and down.
235 is where it kind of stayed. And I told you. Remember, I said we need
Yep.
to buy it, and we didn't. And then it went up to like 270 something.
So let's look at 3 months ago. It was about over 400, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at a year ago, 1 year, they are. 1 year ago, it was 170.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So what if it drops to like 170?
I don't think it will.
You don't think it will?
No, because the sales and the company is worth that.
Do you think 235 is the bottom, or it's gonna go down a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if I save up a couple paychecks, because I got stuff to pay for right now, I'm not in
Yeah.
a position to be buying stuff I
Well,
shouldn't be buying.
I get my SPED stipend in May,
Oh, okay.
so get a little extra
A little extra
money on my
scratch.
check.
Yeah.
Maybe I could go spend a little money. Hopefully it'll last till May. Hopefully things stay down.
Yeah.
For a
So
month.
I mean, if they're above what they were a year ago, nobody was saying Tesla's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna do well. And aren't they coming out with a different robot? It's gonna be a Tesla robot.
Tesla robot. Yeah, I've heard about that too.
So I think when that stuff gets going and he kind of does away with the Doge and gets out of the White House
Yeah.
or DC wherever he's at,
Yeah.
I think Tesla's a strong company. I wish they'd
That'll
pay
work.
dividends.
Yeah.
And all this talk with Tesla, on the radio they're running a contest. If you enter per day, you get a chance to win a Tesla of your choice.
Where's that at? I ain't seen that.
SeanHannity.com.
SeanHannity.com.
Yep.
I will go there tonight.
So, but he's going to buy one of your choice. He says you get to pick it. And I said, I don't know enough about the different Tesla models to know
Yeah.
which one I'd pick. So I got to looking, and the Model X.
The Model X is the best, right? The highest one.
I don't know if it's the highest priced one,
Yeah.
but it's the luxury SUV.
Okay. Ah,
And I think you can get it with higher horsepower.
yeah.
I think they have different
Have you seen the one
models.
Did they all have the butterfly doors?
That one does, but I don't think all of them do.
Just that one does, right?
I mean, I don't know enough about them. That's
I don't
why
either.
I was
But I've seen
looking.
one like it would pull up to the school to pick up a young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and it had those butterfly doors in the back.
Yep, that's the X.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have you one of those, Joe, one day. I just know it.
I think I will too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get them reasonably priced for used ones,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years old.
I want one. I want one bad.
They're
Honestly.
cool. They're cool.
They're cool. So anyway,
Anyway, what else we got going on?
well, did we get some viewer mail
Oh,
or some
we got-
comments or
We
something?
got some feedback
Yeah.
about
And actually, your brother.
yeah.
Yes.
Danny told us
One of our 12s,
Our-
12s of listeners.
maybe a dozen
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah.
He said that when you were talking about shows that you like to watch, you were watching The Rookie, and I asked if that's the same guy that played on Bones,
Yeah. And I said yes.
and it is not. In fact, the same person.
They're doppelgangers.
They look the same.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look the same. They look similar.
Well, similar, but we have figured out who they are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
David Boreanaz, he was on Bones and Buffy the Vampire and
Buffy the
Angel and all
Vampire,
that stuff back in the day. Yeah, this Nathan Fillion
Yeah.
is on The Rookie.
The Rookie.
Yeah.
And what's he been on before? Anything else?
Oh yeah, he was on.
Lots
He's been
of
on
things,
lots of
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
He's recently been
Saw him in a
on.
Marvel movie the other day.
He's recently been on a podcast of Mike Rowe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, Daddy. There you go. Thanks for being
Yeah.
our producer. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he's in The Rookie now. He was on Castle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he was on a Mike Rowe podcast
Yeah.
episode. Apparently, they were friends back a long time ago.
Yeah. that's
Before
cool.
any of them were very famous.
Yeah.
He started to do a couple things, and then they hadn't seen each other in decades. And then they got together recently for that podcast. It was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see. My brother said we definitely need a producer.
We definitely do. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's
A
hard.
couple people said that they'd like to do it. Like
Yeah.
he said he'd do it. Our friend Josh said he would do it.
Yeah, we would have to make our studio bigger, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here at Force 10
Yeah,
Studios.
Force 10 Studios. We'd have to make it Force 20 Studios. We got all of 10 foot in here.
No, it could just be
we need
the.
another 20.
It would just be the
Yeah.
new and improved Force 10 Studios.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll work on that.
We could get a little table right there,
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
and chair and laptop.
Yeah.
We could, but we'd have to
And we-
get. Would
and-
we have to get another headset and microphone?
No, that guy's not connected. Like when other people I listen to, they're not connected. They
That's
just
true.
Say, they
They
just
don't
say,
say
"Hey, such and such," look that up.
Yeah.
And then you can hear them talking in the background.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I wonder what all a producer might do for us.
I don't know. Could he pay us?
No,
Oh,
I think we would be the one paying them.
Oh,
Our producer would
that's
have
why
to.
we don't have a producer.
Well, they would have to volunteer.
They have to volunteer. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe they would cue up the beginning, the intro song.
Maybe.
Tell us when, like they go down. It's like 3, 2, 1, like action.
That's.
Except they wouldn't say that because then
Yeah.
they would hit the record
Yeah.
button.
Yeah. Maybe. We could try it out one day. Maybe during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it don't work, we'll just run them off. If it works, it'd be great. They're free.
I
anyway.
think the timing is what's going to be the difficult
Yeah.
because the time you and I decide to do a podcast, it's just hey, we might have an hour or two on
Yeah.
a Saturday or Sunday
exactly.
or Wednesday.
We're teachers.
Or,
We work together.
Yeah.
We know we're off. We're off the same days. It just
Yeah.
makes it easy for us to do what we do. But we appreciate the comments.
yeah, and us
mean,
fixing ourselves.
we're not perfect, so we're going to say things that might not be right. But I mean,
You know what else we got corrected on? Risotto. And pasta.
Yeah.
Risotto is a rice-based dish.
And we actually had some a few nights.
Right,
a couple weeks
that's
ago.
why we got started on this
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a small pasta.
Yes, and I know pasta is pasta, like risotto, spaghetti, noodles. Everything's the same. It's all made the same. It's just that when I eat spaghetti, I put a, what load of meat sauce and meat
A
on
ton.
top of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not really even tasting nothing. I'm not even eating. I feel like I'm just eating meat sauce, the meatballs or whatever, and the pasta is just kind of there, So, yeah, I'm not a fan of pasta. Regardless, so I know everything. All pasta is the same. I understand that it's made from the same thing. My girls make pasta. They make homemade pasta.
Yeah.
I mean, so I know what pasta is. So
Well, I was thinking I got risotto mixed up for a little bit just because, I didn't research this before we went on. We just had risotto
yeah,
and we talked about it. But there's a similar thing called couscous, which is pasta that's supposed to look like rice.
yeah. And I think I would like that because I would just cover it up with meat or cover it
No,
up
no,
with
no, it
something,
would- Well,
right?
it's eaten like rice
like,
would be
like
eaten.
rice. But when
Yeah.
you make like beef tips and rice,
Yeah.
so you would throw some. I'm not a rice eater. I
Oh, I got
don't
you.
like rice really either.
I got you.
But I'll eat it. I'll tolerate it. But same thing. I would cover it up like my beef tips and rice.
So
with the
you would
gravy.
rather have beef tips on top of
I
couscous?
I would probably eat it like that
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
pasta.
because it's pasta. And the same texture, right, as rice, basically.
Yep. Especially the smaller ones. I think.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Speaking of producer, I'll just.
I just never been a fan of white rice.
Is it too plain?
Yeah. 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 I like making Spanish rice. I make a lime cumin rice.
Yeah.
I make those
Is
kinds.
that just like a short grain rice?
Yeah, no, it's long grain. I
Okay.
use long grain. But it's just that I do make a few. I like my rice would have some. I don't know, just plain white rice is just plain white rice. It has no taste.
Hmm.
I think I don't know.
Yeah. Well, pasta generally doesn't have a strong flavor either. It just depends on what you put on it or in it.
Yeah,
Mix it with it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just
I'm sorry. I'm
try
not perfect.
try some couscous.
Couscous.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have Moroccan couscous, which is small, and then they have the Israeli style or the pearl style, which is larger. But nonetheless, it's just pasta, except it's small little pieces. I like it.
And don't they make rice like and potatoes out of cauliflower?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like keto people on keto diets, that's what they would eat for their potatoes and their rice. Right? I
Yep.
believe I've seen that at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cauliflower is good for you.
Yeah.
But I've also seen and tried, and I was surprised on how good it was, cauliflower pizza crust.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think there are some brands that it tastes like cardboard, from what I hear, but I tried one that was actually pretty good.
Well, I'm kind of on a diet, and I kind of do I don't know, I kind of do a keto thing, but I kind of do more carnivore than anything. But I have bought some of that keto bread, and the crust on the keto bread
Yeah.
tastes like cardboard.
What makes that bread keto?
I don't know. It's just low in carbs. Like it's four grams of carbs or something like that in this bread. But they make it out of something different. It's not
Yeah.
regular. It's not like regular bread.
Yeah, they would have to.
Yeah. So, but yeah. And I've even seen tortillas with 0 net carbs. That one throws me for a loop too. 0 net carbs.
I wonder what that even means.
Exactly. So yeah, I have a whole stack of them at the house.
Does that mean you haven't been eating them?
I've eaten them before. I just haven't eaten them in a while, but I do have a pack of them. So yeah.
Are they tasty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's the food that's inside of it that's tasty. You
Well,
could probably
that's
wrap it
true,
around
yeah.
a piece of paper towel and eat it like a taco, and it would probably taste the same. Basically, think about it. 0 net carb tortillas.
This says they're made with some modified food starch, some shortening,
Yeah.
some soybean oils, some wheat gluten,
Okay.
vital wheat gluten. That must be very important.
Must be.
It's
if it's
vital.
vital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some powdered cellulose, pea protein, and then it contains less than 1% of the rest of the stuff is like salt and
Yeah.
sodium acid and baking soda
Okay.
and stuff like that.
All right. So that might be not bad for me.
No, it doesn't sound too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not healthy.
Yeah. It can be healthy.
I mean, yeah, that stuff in there. I wouldn't say those are superfoods or very healthy for you, but
Yeah.
if you're needing to cut down on the carbs,
Yeah. there
and
you
you're
go.
really just using it as a vessel to get
Use
the
it
good
as a
stuff.
vessel. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You could use a paper towel and eat the towel. It would, because a tortilla to me doesn't have any taste, not really.
That's true.
And so paper towel doesn't have any taste either. Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
eaten a
but
paper
it would be
towel.
on your tongue and be like, blah, 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 blah. Gross.
It wouldn't chew up as good as a tortilla.
No.
Basically.
You know what tortillas are good? Is those butter tortillas from the HEB.
Yeah,
They make them right there, and they're good.
they're good. Butter tortillas.
They have the buttered ones.
Dude, everything tastes better with butter.
Well, it doesn't, and they're not made with shortening.
Yeah, true that.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Or
So
whatever else is in there.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
fat
I
in
see
there is
what you're
butter.
talking
And
about.
they are buttery, and
Yeah.
they're good. And they're
Butter.
fresh. You get them in there when they're still warm.
You put them in the microwave?
We can. I mean, sometimes we do with a
Have
little
you ever
wet
put them
paper
in the
towel.
microwave for too long?
No.
Oh. I wonder if the butter, since they're so buttery, would they like catch on fire?
No, I don't think so. We normally just put them in a pan to get them a little
Being oily
toasty
like that.
and warm.
Yeah.
No, they're not too
They're not
greasy
too
or
greasy?
buttery. No, they like normal tortillas,
Okay.
except they're
All
made
right.
with butter.
All
Because butter makes them better.
Butter makes everything better.
Yeah, and if y'all are around the HEB, try the
You
butter
recommend
tortillas.
you recommend
Yes.
the buttered tortillas? Yeah. I like butter.
When you're, I know you're mostly, but meat.
Yeah.
But if you're eating like fajitas and stuff, would you put the little veggies and stuff that comes with that?
Veggies. What
Yeah.
are you talking about? Like me eat with veggies? Or,
Yeah.
or eat it, like cook it in it.
Either.
I cook it in it. I will cook with it, but
Yeah.
I will not eat it.
No.
No.
What if you don't see it? It's just all wrapped up in the tortilla, and you just eat it without really
It's
looking.
slimy.
It's not slimy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had a T-bone at the Mexican restaurant last night. Here at that one we went to over here at
In Belton,
the Mexicana
I
Grill.
like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a T-bone. I got a T-bone. I mean, I just ate the T-bone. I didn't eat anything else with it. But don't get me wrong. I like the flavor of the onions and the bell pepper and stuff
And,
like
yeah.
that. So yeah, I do like that flavor. I just don't like that sliminess. It's slimy.
Well, I don't know.
No, I know.
I think that's in your head.
It is in my head. It is in my head. I will agree with you. It's in my head.
But you had a banana here recently.
Yeah, I just had it just a second ago.
Yeah.
It's a good banana.
That's healthy for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought the organic banana. Does it taste organic?
It was organic. I could tell.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, it was good. It was
So
good. I'm gonna buy some watermelon.
I
for
didn't
you.
at first because around here, bananas are like 50 cents a pound,
Right.
and organic bananas that's like 70 cents a pound.
I'm gonna make you a fan of melons.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I do like some types,
Yeah, I know.
but
Yeah.
these bananas are the organic ones are 70 cents. And first I was like, I'm not paying almost twice as much just because they say organic on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they spray some bug stuff, I don't eat the skin anyway.
Right.
But then I just did some quick math, and I weighed a bunch of bananas, and it was like 1.5 pounds,
Dang.
right?
Yeah.
It don't weigh a whole lot.
No.
So the difference between 20 cents and 1.5 pounds, that makes it 30 cents. And if you get 6 bananas, you're looking at less than 10 cents a piece difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I think I got one and only had like 5, and they were smaller, and it was like 1 pound.
Yeah.
And I calculated it was like 6 cents a banana. I was like, okay, I think I can afford the difference of being 6 cents.
Have you seen those mandarin oranges? They call them like sumos. They kind of look like a big old fat sumo wrestler. They're just a big old
Oh,
ugly looking.
uh-uh.
Yeah, and I think some of them are called like a honey something orange mandarin. They're bigger than the ones like the little cuties you
Yeah.
get. These are big, like
Yeah,
a
usually
regular size
mandarins are pretty
orange,
small.
and they're huge and they peel real simple. But the ones that are called sumos, and those are good.
Yeah,
They're expensive as heck. Not expensive, but cost more than those little bags of cuties.
yeah.
But man, they were pretty good. They only come out every now and then. They're not.
I like the little ones. You can just throw a couple in
me
your
too.
bag and peel one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
because
you can almost pop the whole thing in your mouth.
I'm in a hurry at work a lot.
Oh yeah, Joe, you're. Whew. I hear your name on the radio all day long.
Yeah,
Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe. Yeah. Mr. Joe, he's a sucker.
no,
Yeah. I like your glasses,
it's
Joe.
all right. Don't make fun of my glasses.
They're crooked.
It's because these are my busted ones.
I know.
We don't need to tell everyone.
You're missing the arm. Is it called the arm?
Yeah,
Yeah. You only got one arm
I know.
on your glasses.
I told you it's my busted pair. I'm
Okay.
looking for my other ones, but I couldn't find
Okay.
them.
All right, Joe.
You know, when I break an arm off, instead of throwing it away,
Yeah.
I keep this one by the side of the bed.
Yeah.
That way, if I'm laying on my side,
Oh, perfect.
it
never
don't have
thought about it
it
like
don't
that.
have an arm that squishes my ear or my head, and they just sit right there
And
anyway.
you just watch the video or watch you watch
Yeah.
it on your phone.
Yeah,
Laying down. Oh my God.
I know it's
I'm
dumb.
propped up, Joe. I sit up and prop myself up with my 5 pillows that I sleep with. I like to sleep propped up.
I can't sleep on my back,
I don't sleep on my back either.
but
But when I want to read in the bed, I'm propping
Oh,
myself
yeah,
up.
yeah. Sometimes I'm like that. And if that's the case, these glasses will just sit a little crooked because they don't have an arm on one side.
Well, I mean, I'm looking
Hey,
at
we
you.
don't need to.
I'm looking at you.
We
and
can
I'm-
delete all this. Let's take care
no,
of this
we're
in
not deleting
post.
anything. I look. We go live, Joe. We don't edit nothing. I'm looking at you though, and I got my head sideways because I'm looking at you because your glasses are sideways. So that's all I'm saying.
And I have my headphones, my headsets
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
We're professional here at Force 10
We are
Studios.
professionals.
We got some fancy microphones. What are these? A boom arm?
boom arms,
Boom
something,
stick?
sticks. I don't know. One of these days we're gonna video this stuff.
Yeah, so we can be on the YouTubes.
YouTubers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can be famous, like little man
That'll-
with the flat bill, with the flat brim cap at school. That little dude is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he walks around. When I see him walking around, like, man, that little dude is cool.
Yeah.
He's little. He's little compared to the other kids,
Yeah.
but he walks around.
He'd probably catch up though.
He might, and he wears that cap kind of on top of his head, makes him look a little taller.
You think that's intentional?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But that he's clean. That little
Yeah.
kid's he's got some drip. He's good. He's as the kids say, he got a lot of drip.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I didn't tell you this, but I saw the other day a kid wearing, like these, they call them slides. They're just like flip flops.
Yeah. The slides.
They might be a Croc flip flop
Okay.
or slide. He had socks on, and then I didn't ask him. I'm pretty sure they were shower caps.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Did I use that term correctly? Is shower cap what I think it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like elastic with like
Yeah.
a light blue cap. I mean, maybe it's not a shower cap. Maybe it's, like surgeons would put over their shoes to keep them,
Yeah.
dirt or
Yeah.
dust. Or
We had to
something
put them on too in the oil field when we'd go eat at the man camps in the restaurant there at the man camp. We would come in if we didn't go take a shower, get cleaned up, and put our good clean tennis shoes on or something. We went straight in to eat, and our work boots were covered in oil and stuff. We had to stick those. We called them booties. We slide them over our boots and go eat. So just to keep the floors from getting greasy and nasty,
Yeah.
So
But they were socks and then those things
crazy.
and then like some slippers.
Well, the other day I went in
He said that's what the rage is now.
I went into a class the other day, and I had this little young lady look at me, and she's shaking her head at me. Okay. Because that day I had camo on. I had the camo shirt on,
Yeah.
and it kind of had some pants that kind of matched the camo.
Yep.
Just plain colored pants,
Yeah.
but they kind of had the same color. And then I had my kind of same colored, like tan shoes on that matched the shirt, also with the camo pattern.
That's like a safari outfit.
Exactly. And that girl was like, okay. And she's pointing like, okay, I like your drip. She said. I was like, what? I took it as a compliment, I
Yeah,
guess.
you have to.
When a young person tells you got some good drip. So
There was a fella that is one of your students, and he saw me. I took off Friday morning because I had a VA doctor's appointment. But since I had to come in at noon, I only had to work 4 hours, right? So, and normally I wear tennis shoes to work because I get a lot of steps in.
Yeah.
But that day, I wore these shoes that I have on right now. These are
little loafers.
These are my driving loafers.
Yeah.
And he was coming down the stairs. I was going up, and he goes, "Mr. Joe, why you got those shoes on?" Like he picked him out right away. I said, "Well, I only have to work a half a day, and normally I don't want to walk all
day
day
long
in
in
these
those, yeah.
in these loafers." And he goes, "That's what they're called, loafers?" I was like, "Yeah. I mean, they're called driving shoes or driving loafers because they got a little bit of tread on the heel,
Yeah.
so you can use them like that." And so he goes, "Well, why?" I said, "Well, you don't want to know the real truth?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, to be honest with you, my tennis shoes, I was in the backyard and I got dog poop on them. And I didn't feel like cleaning them off, so I left them in the backyard.
Yeah.
And since I only had to be at work a half a day, I didn't mind wearing my loafers."
Oh, wow.
And so he laughed at me, and he said he has a pair of slip-on dress shoes at the house. And he asked me if those would be loafers. I said, "Yeah. I think you can have tie-up laced loafers
Yeah.
too." So it just depends.
And you going to the doctor this week?
I went Friday, yesterday.
When'd you do your blood?
I did Thursday.
Oh, and then you went to the doctor yesterday.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah,
Everything
everything
good?
came back good.
Oh, that's good.
She said the only thing was my kidneys were at 83 out of a 90. And she says, well, you could have just been a little dehydrated
Yeah.
that day.
I
said, I know I need to get better, but I am habitually dehydrated.
Mine put me like the level, like a bad level of kidney disease or whatever, because I went in and I'd always been in the 60s and I'd never drink water.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I never drink water.
Right.
Well, this time I went, I was at 58. I went below the 60.
Uh-oh.
And so she puts me on a third level, whatever, kidney.
Code
whatever.
red.
Yeah, scaring the hell out of me, right?
Right.
And I talked to a guy that's on dialysis. He goes, oh, no, you got a long ways to go. He goes, I'm in the teens, like from 0 to
Right.
10, so he goes, oh, no, you're okay. Don't let them scare you that bad. But I think when I go I got to go get blood May the 1st. I think when I give my blood,
They're going to be pleasantly
they're
surprised.
They're going to be shocked
Yeah.
because I've drank nothing but water. I had a little bit of tea today, and that's just usually on Saturdays.
And that's unsweet.
Yeah, and that just a little bit of tea, but I've been drinking water
Look at you.
every freaking day since December.
We should all be very proud of you.
Everybody be proud of me. I'm proud of myself. Shoot, but yeah,
I'm drinking water too. I have water and coffee here, but I need to drink more water than normal because I'm also taking creatine.
creatine.
One little scoop
Yeah,
every day.
yeah,
Some say that you need to load it up at the beginning when you
Right.
first start taking, put 3
extra ones. Yeah,
yeah, for a week, but I'm not doing
to
that.
build it up.
I'm
Yeah.
just doing one little scoop.
Yeah. And what does that do for you?
It helps your muscles. I think it technically helps your muscles absorb oxygen. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
We don't know. But I got to lift a little bit of my weights. I'm not trying to be a power lifter or anything.
Yeah, you're just trying to add a little bit of
No, I need to just build up strength in my
your
shoulders.
because
yeah.
your shoulders are so bad. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it's not really not. I'm not trying to be a muscle guy.
Yeah, I got to go to the doctor.
I'm
Monday.
not hitting the gym. Let's say that.
I got to go to the doctor Monday morning. I've had a referral forever. I guess October last year, I went and had an MRI on my hip and my back. And
Did you get the results back yet?
Yeah, I got those back in October, and they set me up for a referral right like in October, November last year. Just never would call the doctor. But I drove Thursday to go meet my sister on some probate stuff on my mom's estate. I had to go sign some papers, and I drove about 2.5 hours to go meet her. And I was coming home, and I got to maybe about an hour from home. My God, my hip was killing me.
You're hurting, huh?
It was hurting. There was not a position I could sit in or put my leg in and whatever that made it comfortable. So I was like, all right, I'm calling the doctor tomorrow.
And you
So,
did?
Yeah, I got to go to a pain management doctor now, so figure out what to do.
While I was at the VA, my numbers came back good, but I asked about getting a PRP treatment for my knees and perhaps my shoulders. And she said she'd put me in for a
Is that
referral
that
for
plasma stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's
So
supposed
it's
to
like
work.
an injection of plasma
Yeah.
right where the damaged
well, I'm sure,
tissue is.
I mean, all I'm going to do is get injections. I don't want
like maybe a cortisone shot.
something. I'm not going to get I don't think there's nothing. It's nothing bad enough, like surgery-wise, I don't believe. It's just there's a lot of wear and tear in there
Yeah, there might not be anything you could do until you get a hip replacement.
or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
But mine is torn meniscus in my knees
Yeah.
and torn tendons in my shoulder.
Right.
So they could fix it with surgery, but I don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that.
Meniscus, they can't really replace.
Yeah.
really,
They just smooth it out.
they can. Yeah, they clean it up. They call it.
They clean it, but they
Scope
say
it.
they say in a year's time, with you walking and moving around, you smooth it out yourself.
Well, they've been torn since I was in the military.
Yeah.
That's like 7 years,
Yeah.
6 or 7 years ago.
But it comes and goes.
Right, but
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's bad, and then after a while it don't feel so bad, and then it's bad again.
yeah, it's
not
mostly
every day.
it's mostly when I do something squatting down.
Right.
which being in that position doesn't hurt. But when I get up, oh my goodness. I felt like I was a catcher for 9 innings down. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd get up, I can't hardly walk.
Yeah.
But after I kind of get over that, it takes 5 or 10 minutes for it to not really hurt anymore. And then I'm kind of back to normal. Then I do something stupid and squat down and,
Yeah.
I kind of forget about it until I don't.
Yeah.
Also, going up them flight of stairs probably not the smartest thing.
No. I go down the stairs, but I'll usually go up the elevator at school.
I run up and down them stairs.
I know you do. I don't.
I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, whatever. I go down holding the rail. I do not run. I hold the rail. As soon as I go down, I go to my room. I get some gel. What do you call it?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, because I done touched the rail that these nasty kids have probably done touched or spit on or whatever they've done. And I wash my hands, or
Railings, yeah.
yeah,
They're one of the things that have a lot of germs
yeah.
on.
Because you know me, come summertime, I'll probably get sick because I was sick every holiday this year. So try to avoid that.
I used to have kind of a phobia when it comes to germ. I was almost a germaphobe.
Yeah, but I think germs is good too, in a way. Makes your body, like your body can fight it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So I try not to overhand. If I do something directly that I know is pretty gross,
That's true.
then I'll use it. But other than that, I don't.
Yeah.
And there are some teachers around that if they do anything, they go and just put a ton of that hand sanitizer all over all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking you're not helping.
No, you're not.
But
I only do it when I for sure go down the rail, because I know kids have touched that rail.
yeah,
And, I don't go down the steps. Most time I go up and down the elevator, but probably 4 or 5 times a day I go down the stairs, and I do touch that rail. I don't just go. I don't go freewheeling it like you do.
I intentionally don't use that
Right, I know.
hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten myself to where, because naturally I think, oh my gosh, there's a million germs on that. They're I could just imagine
Yeah.
the bacteria and germs and everything, but I have to tell myself to not go put hand sanitizer or wipes or these Lysol or Clorox wipes and doing all that stuff. I don't mind it now. I'm gotten pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'll high five people.
Yeah.
Handshakes. I don't care. And I don't wash and hand sanitize. I just let it go. You know what I mean? Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Oh, that's true.
I think helping get that bacteria and stuff will kind of
I agree with you.
help your immune system.
Anyway. Yeah. All right. Speaking of camo, isn't it this week?
Your camo outfit.
Yeah. But isn't it this week we wear?
That's right, starting Monday.
Yeah. So I need to wash my camo outfit,
You need to get your safari outfit.
my safari outfit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's camo day. It'll be our spirit week for military family.
Yeah. I think one day it was like red, white, and blue things.
Yep, Patriot Day.
Purple thing. I get
Purple
to bust
is
out
the
my purple
is the
fishing
color
shirt.
of the
Yeah.
supporting the military
Yeah,
family.
so I get to break out my purple fishing shirt. I don't hardly wear that thing.
And I'll wear my UMHB purple shirt.
There you go. And I think
And one day is it's whatever you consider a superhero. It could be a cape. It could be a doctor's out. Like a nurse's
You're a
thing.
superhero.
Yeah, it's just
What
like
superhero do you?
hero day.
All right.
And
sounds
then
good. Spirit Day, right? I think there's a
Spirit Day, our school spirit will be
Yeah.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I think the Patriot Day, red, white, and blue, and stars and stripes is on Thursday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll have to get that figured out. So,
Yeah, it's coming up this week.
yeah.
But I'm not going to be here later in the week.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to Oklahoma.
Oh, I forgot. You got to go shoot your bow and arrow. Y'all going on that trip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Broken bow.
What day y'all leaving? Thursday? Friday?
Leaving Wednesday. We're taking off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, wow.
But we're leaving kind of later in the day on Wednesday.
Okay. And y'all be back when?
Sunday? I can't remember if we're driving back Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning.
Okay. Well, maybe we can do a podcast next Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
It'll just be a day later than normal.
A day late.
Yep.
As long as we're not $1 short.
Hey, let me take a break
Yeah,
and run
okay.
my son up to the movie.
All right. Well, let me pause
He wants to
this.
go watch Minecraft.
Minecraft. All right.
I'll be back.
Let me pause it.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Now, sure, that didn't seem like very long to our
It was
listener.
about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was about a half hour.
But on here, it just a blip.
That's right. So look what I got.
Oh man. Oh, you got different glasses
I
on.
found they were in my
You
car.
found them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always losing everything.
Well, I know, but that's why I have glasses in the car, by the nightstand,
Yeah.
at work, in my bag,
Yeah,
in the
but
kitchen.
not only do you lose your cup. I mean,
I don't
you
lose
lose your
my
jacket
cup.
that my boy found
Well,
and was going to take home with him. That
I like to
thank
say
God I found it.
I didn't lose it. I just don't know where they are sometimes.
Oh
Well, you know what? I do know that I lose stuff. So
Yeah.
my keys, I have a little tile
right
on
right.
it. My key work is on a little zippy thing. You go,
Yeah.
right. Look,
Has a tile on it
Tile.
too. You ought to maybe put a keychain, one of the little round rings around the handle of your cup.
oh, you're right. A
Put
tile.
a tile on it.
Yeah.
That way you could just find it instantly.
I'll be having my phone out.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, if you know you lose
Yeah.
stuff, you can prepare. You know.
yeah,
Like sometimes I forget stuff, right? So I
Yeah.
write down. I have lists of stuff I need to do.
yeah,
I take pictures of things. Like I take pictures of my assignments.
yeah. Yeah,
You know.
yeah. That would be a good idea.
So I always know what's going on. I
Yeah,
don't forget stuff. If
I forget,
Know where to look
but
for
I
it.
don't lose things.
no.
No, I mean I forget like things, but I don't lose certain things. I forget things like I'm supposed to go do.
Yeah.
But that's a man thing, I believe.
But that's why I have lists and write stuff
Yeah.
down and take pictures to remind me.
But-
Or I set calendar reminders of alarms on my phone.
Speaking of losing things, let me tell you this story about losing something. I lost something big. We lost something big. Me and my partner. I had gone to my dad had sent me off to the youth rodeo one time when I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore, and my partner was like a senior. And he sends me to this youth rodeo with this guy. So we're up there all week. We get there on a Tuesday, and it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. It's one of the biggest youth rodeos they had at that time. It was Alice, Texas. It was kids everywhere, parents.
Where is
camping
Alice?
out. South of San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Between probably an hour from like Matamoros, north of Matamoros.
Okay.
So we would go there and
Speaking of alarms, I better
speaking
shut
of
my
alarms.
phone off.
So we would go there every summer. It was a big youth rodeo. It was one, probably, like I said, it was the biggest one. It was a 2 go round and a finals kind of thing. And so we were done on Sunday, and I'm pretty sure my partner, he won the all around that year. And we were driving home. We loaded everything. We loaded all the animals up, and we're driving home. And if you ever driven through Alice, Texas, they have this long, like, it's just going. Alice is real spread out, and
Like a long stretch of highway.
long stretch main drag. It's long, and it has light after light after light
Oh, this is like in their town.
in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're driving, and as we're driving, I'm on the passenger side, and cars are waving at us, and they're laughing, they're hollering at us, and they're saying, "Hey, caballos," and things like horses. They're saying, "Hey, horses," and whatever. And we're like, "Yes, yes." We want to. In our minds, we're going, "You dumb son of a guns," we're
Right.
thinking in our heads. Yeah, we got horses.
Like you
idiots.
never seen a horse trailer
Exactly. So we're just, we get to the next light, and people are looking at us and they're pointing at us, and we're like, "Man, what these people doing?" So we go on a little bit further, and we get to the next light, and finally somebody rolls their window down. So I roll my window down.
before? What did you lose?
He said, "Hey, you guys lost a horse about 4 lights back."
Lost a horse?
Yeah. Yeah. The back of the
Wasn't latched or something?
The back gate, I remember closing it. I remember latching it. I remember tying the last horse in the trailer. But somehow this horse was untied, and the gate evidently opened up at the light as we were taking off,
Yeah.
slows down as we're, it was only like 30 miles an hour speed limit. So we were just barely going through town. So I guess the gate opens and the horse just takes a step out, and just as we go forward, he just steps out of the trailer. And
He's like, I'm out of here.
and we don't even know it. I mean, we're driving. We're like already a half a mile up the road when somebody finally tells us we lost a horse. But people were telling us. They didn't say, "Hey, y'all lost a horse." They were like, "Hey, caballo, horse." We're like, "Yeah, you dumb sucker. We got horses." Yes. What are y'all saying? Well, we lost a horse. And that guy goes, yeah, he's somebody caught him and he's tied up to the pole next to the gas pumps at a gas station. So yeah, sure enough, we made a U. He went back and there he was, tied up to a post there by the gas pumps
Do you remember that
at a gas station.
80s movie called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yes.
Do you remember when they're driving, Steve Martin and John Candy are driving that car? Well, he had spun out
Yeah.
on the highway
Yeah.
and then kept going.
Right.
Well, when he spun out a little bit, he ended up getting on the interstate going the wrong way.
Right.
But there was no other traffic, so he just was
thought
going
he
down the
was gonna
road.
Run. Yeah.
Well, these people on the other lane
Are
were
hollering at
yelling,
him.
"You're going the wrong
Yeah.
way." And they're like,
Yeah.
how do they know where
How do
we're
they know
going?
where we're going? Yeah. Yeah.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
How do they know?
Yeah. Those guys were going.
So that's kind of like the same
thing.
attitude.
You're caballos, caballos, because it's the Spanish part of Texas, and caballos, caballos, and we're like, yeah, you dumb suckers. We know we got horses, like what are y'all, they're just horses, and sure enough, no, we lost a horse. He was the only horse we had. We lost. We had 5 horses in the trailer. The other 4 were just still tied up, nice, but that one at the very end, he just stepped on out. No bruise. I mean, no skid marks. No, he didn't fall. Right. He didn't do anything. He just stepped right out of the trailer. It was crazy. But
maybe he took a step back with his back feet, and then you guys pulled forward.
As we went forward, he
just walked himself right out.
The trailer. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never forget that though. I was like I think I was a sophomore in high school. Thought, man, my dad ain't never gonna let me go anywhere again. It wasn't my horse, thank God. It was his. But I'm thinking my dad ain't never gonna let me go anywhere by myself again. So, yeah.
Did you all tell him, or you just came back, no harm, no foul? Didn't say anything.
No harm, no foul. Yeah, basically that's what it was. So, and like years later, we said something because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But years later we said something, but we didn't say nothing.
Did we ever tell you that time that horse walked out?
There's a lot we did
at the light.
There's a lot that happened that people never found out. I mean, because I think to this day I got stories that I never told anybody.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I don't think I lost anything like that.
Never lost anything like that.
Well, it's because I don't need these glasses all the time.
Yeah.
And so I set them down.
Are those newer ones that when you got you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
I read the side of them just recently.
Yeah,
they said
nice.
Aldi.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they weren't expensive.
Yeah, they're nice. They look good.
Yeah,
they look better than they look better having 2 arms than one.
Yeah, I don't want you looking at me crooked.
Yeah, now I'm looking at you straight.
Yeah.
You got a straight face now.
Not a crooked face?
Not a crooked face.
You're looking at me sideways.
Yeah, looking at you all sideways.
Sometimes when you look at somebody sideways, that means...
not a good thing.
That means you got beef.
Yeah, I got beef with you, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't have a crooked face now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I like how these sit. It's hard to find glasses that helps you, that has the right power. Like these are 2 power. Is that what?
Mine are 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little older than you, so I got to have a little more power.
Yeah, when I'm probably your age, I'll probably be at that or more.
Yeah. If you make it to my age.
Yeah, God willing.
Nah, you will. You'll probably pass me.
I mean, we don't know.
You might.
I said that the other day to a kid. I said, well, if I live that long,
Right.
and they said, what? I was like, you don't know. Like, I might get hit by a bus. And they were like, where would you be where you would get hit by a bus? Like, oh, that's not the point.
Or hit by lightning like we were talking about today.
Yeah, that's not the point. I mean, it's a kind of a saying.
Yeah.
You don't know. I might get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, chances are you're right. I'm not going to be in a position where I'm not going to step off the sidewalk and get hit by a bus. But the point is, you never know.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be ready, though.
Yeah. You know what's weird? When I got to 52, I think that's the same age that Bob Ross died.
Okay.
I think he was only 52. Young.
Yeah, that is young.
I mean,
that is young.
Young. Yeah.
I'm having a what do you call it? Like
a midlife crisis?
No, like an important birthday this year.
Oh, coming up.
Yeah, in July.
Yeah.
It's an important one. It's 60.
Yeah, the big 6-0.
Like 50s, 60s, 40s. To me, like those days.
Yeah, you're going to be in another decade.
Another decade.
Right now, we could say we're 2 guys in our 50s.
We're just in our 50s, but I won't no longer be in my 50s this year.
You're going to be a 60-something.
Yeah, 60, yeah.
So let's see. How many more months is that?
July.
April, May, June, July.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up. Maybe Daphne will throw a surprise birthday party for me.
Wendy will be 49 in July.
Yeah.
But for 50, she wants to do it big time. Like go to Vegas and have a bunch of people.
I didn't have a. We didn't. Neither Daphne or I had a big 50th birthday deal. But
I don't think I really did either.
I had a big 40th. It was a big party. I had a
We
big
went out
40th.
to eat with a bunch of people for my 40th.
Yeah, and but maybe we'll have some kind of get together for my 60th.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we can invite
Because it only happens once.
That's right. We can have a band play,
A band.
a buffet catered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Do it up.
You know what I
right?
mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking ice sculpture.
I mean, let's wait till I'm 75 for that.
Well, like we just talked about, you may not make it to 75. You don't know.
I'm going to make it to at least 80.
Why not have the shindig now when you can enjoy it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we can have something. That'd be fun. I like having parties.
Me too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll rent like a limo
Okay. Yeah.
and just go around the town.
Yeah. Party in the back seat.
Party where? Over in Temple?
Yeah, party in Temple. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't know where else we would go from place
Yeah.
to place. There's not really not a.
Yeah.
Never mind. Scratch the going place to place because
No.
around here there's not
No,
stuff
I'd
like
to
that to go
celebrate
do.
with my friends and my family.
I just mean in the limo. We'd all be in the back.
Oh, the whole thing. Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
they probably fit 10
Yeah,
or 12 people.
Yeah, I don't think I got that many friends.
What
so yeah.
about yeah, you do.
We fit 'em.
What about a party bus?
That would be fun.
You know what I mean?
A party
There's
bus.
like couches and
Yeah,
TVs
yeah.
and
a disco ball.
probably
in the middle.
I was gonna say a
Some
disco
music
like
blaring in there. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. So yeah, that'd be cool. I
yeah.
can't wait
Wendy wants a bunch of folks to go to Vegas.
to Vegas.
Yeah.
And when is that? This year?
No, it'll be a following. So we got a year and a couple
A year and a
months.
couple months. Okay. I've been wanting to go to Vegas. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll wait and get my Vegas fixed then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So
I mean, you can go more than that.
yeah,
You can go next month.
Well,
You know?
I've been wanting to go. I haven't been in a while, and then people go like, "What do you want to go to Vegas for?" I kind of like Vegas.
I do
There's a
too.
lot to do there, not just gambling. You know,
Oh yeah, there's
I
all
want to
kinds
go
of
see
stuff.
that new dome thing. That can't think what they call it.
Oh, is that where the football team is?
No, it's where they play music. It's a concert venue area, but
Okay.
it's got lights and it lights up, and it's called the Sphere.
The Sphere?
Yeah, the Sphere. Yeah, I want to go visit that place. This looks really cool. Outside, like it lights up. I mean, it just has all kind of visuals on it, but
Mm-hmm.
inside of it, they say you're immersed in there. The whole thing's a LED screen. It's
all 3D out. I mean, like 360 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not 360, right? But the whole
Yeah.
horizon.
I want to go visit that. So there's a lot of things to do.
They have concerts there?
Yes. I saw that the Eagles were there. Tickets were like a couple $1,000 or something.
What?
Like that, $1,000 or something. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Well, when we go,
yeah.
maybe we'll just go at a time when there's going to be someone that we want to see there.
Yeah, that, and I think there's like they might show games like basketball games or football games inside there.
Oh,
They
okay.
might show things, and I think it kind of immerses you into the game, kind of like you're there because you're like it's right there. It's kind of a neat experience. I think they have something like that in Dallas also. I know some friends that went to something. Actually, I think it was Jill, my daughter, the youngest. She went to some friend's house, and they went and watched a soccer match in something
In
like
that
a
big-
like a dome.
Yeah.
Like a screen like that, and it was like they were sitting, like they were actually there. That's how realistic it was. I don't know the name of that place, but I'll have to look that up and maybe mention the name of that next time.
That's pretty cool.
But I believe it's in Dallas.
Yeah, we could look up to see who's going to be there.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Earlier, we were looking up because we heard a song play when we went to eat breakfast by Dwight Yoakam.
Oh yeah,
We looked up to see if he's traveling
and
around.
traveling. That'd be
The
cool.
only place in Texas he's going to be is, what did I say, Amarillo?
By morning.
No,
Yeah.
Amarillo. But
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere.
in a month from now,
Was the song it was playing?
yeah, in a month from now, Post Malone's going to be in Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I could get Daphne to go. I would go.
It'd be a fun concert, I
yeah,
think.
she might go.
Maybe Wendy can talk her into it.
Maybe
Wendy wants to go.
that'd be cool.
I
he
don't know
got
how
some good
much tickets
songs.
are, but they haven't gone on sale yet.
He's got some good music.
Yeah.
You know, he got a lot of good music.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind. My sister saw him the other day at the rodeo in Houston.
Oh, and that's when he did that cover.
Yeah,
What was
George
that?
Strait, Amarillo by Morning.
Oh, that's how we got on the
That's how
thing.
we-
and
that's
then
how we got
Dwight
on that.
Yoakam came on right after that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
yes, because they played it today.
Yeah.
They played Dwight Yoakam. They played Post Malone's version
Yeah.
of it at Miller's this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
Hey.
like Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, Dwight Yoakam's awesome.
He was in that movie Sling Blade.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy.
He's got a lot of good music, a lot of good
Yeah.
songs. So it's good to go see those guys.
I like
that.
guitars and Cadillacs
Yeah.
and hillbilly music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So we were.
Post Malone.
I think we're for sure going to go see Post Malone, but tickets
Okay.
go on sale on the 9th, and then it's going to be It's going to be May 9th.
Okay.
So they won't let you buy tickets
Indoor
yet.
venue or outdoor?
It's in the Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, count me in. Let's go.
Let's
Daphne?
go.
Daphne, you're going.
Definitely, it'll be fun.
Exactly.
We promise.
Hey, kids will love us. We tell the kids we wouldn't see Post Malone at school.
That's right.
Oh man, my one little boy, he loves Post Malone. He's always telling me, "He plays some Post Malone."
The
He loves Post
the
Malone.
last concert we went to, my kids were not a big fan that we took them along,
Yeah.
but we're going to take them along anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Experiences
they'll appreciate later
in life.
that we
Yeah.
took them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I never went
but
to a concert
for
when
some
I was
of-
a young kid.
Some of those, I mean, they're pretty late. They're like Foo Fighters was a 3-hour concert, and they were tired. They kind of wanted to be home with
Well,
their
there were no-
friends.
there were no
playing
video games.
I know, but I truly do think
Yeah.
that they're going
One
to
day.
appreciate
Yeah.
hearing that.
Daphne's been to a lot of concerts when she was young, you know. And then she also worked at the Summit, which was where the Rockets played. She worked for the Rockets actually,
Oh,
the
that's
Houston
cool.
Rockets when
Yeah.
she got out of college. And so the Summit was the host where the Rockets played
Uh huh.
at that time. And so there was concerts and stuff there that she would, go to and stuff like that. But still, when she was young, I believe she went to a lot of concerts. She tells me all the concerts she went to. So she went to a lot of them.
I did too.
I didn't.
My-
I didn't have time. We were gone rodeo, and I was never home.
Yeah.
But at the rodeos, we did get to see concerts.
Right. Whoever
because
was playing at the rodeo.
rodeo. Most time was country people, but even like at Houston, I remember seeing Def Leppard, Journey.
Really?
I mean, I've seen some
Those
good,
are
good
those
acts.
are big.
I've seen some good acts. They only play for like an hour and a half or so like that, but it's not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Well, growing up, my friends and I, we wanted to go to concerts, and our parents let us. They weren't that expensive. But also at the Illinois State Fair every year during the week or two that the fair's going on, Illinois State Fair would bring in big time events,
Yeah.
concerts. And so we got either free tickets on the track
Yeah.
because it's around the grandstand, so it's a horse
Yeah.
track, but we would be just standing room on the
Yeah.
track.
Did you ever know the Simpsons?
No,
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I think that's a different Springfield.
Oh, you think it is? I just know they live in Springfield, so I just don't.
A lot of people ask me that.
Okay, I just wondered. I always wanted to ask you.
Although there is a lot of similarities, like Jebediah Springfield and Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln's from Springfield,
Yeah.
Illinois.
I think it is. I think it is Springfield.
I think it's supposed to be all of the Springfields
maybe.
because there's mountains there, like Springfield. I
Okay.
think there's a place out west, either
Yeah.
Oregon or Washington, and then same with
Yeah.
Springfield, Massachusetts, right? Because their mayor has that Massachusetts accent.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Always meant to ask you if you knew the Simpsons. But,
no, I wish I did.
Yeah.
But anyways, at the Illinois State Fair, we saw whoever was there every year, and they would be big time. And then we would also just go to the ones whatever made through Springfield, because those bands would travel to St. Louis, to Chicago. Springfield's right there in the middle.
I've been to Illinois State Fair once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a friend that used to stay there in the summer times, and they had pleasure fraternity horses, and so they would be fraternities like at the Missouri State Fair, Illinois State Fair, a lot of different big state fairs. They would have these Western pleasure horse
Yeah.
fraternities, and I would go with them. I'd ride with them. I'd go spend a couple weeks or something there in the summertime.
Did you bring horses with you, or you just went up?
Yeah, they would take their horses to show,
Oh, okay.
their Western pleasure colts or 2-year-olds or
Yep.
3-year-olds, however old they were in those fraternities. Yeah,
I did.
I've been there once.
I rode horses in horse shows when I was young up there.
Yeah,
This was probably going to be in the 80s,
in the
early
80s.
early 80s.
Yeah, the closest I did anything like rodeo wise or horse show wise was at the Congress, which is in Columbus, Ohio, which is one of the biggest horse shows.
Huh.
There's probably you got the World Show, which is where you got to qualify and go for the World Championship, for the quarter horses, and then there's the Congress, and that's in Columbus, Ohio. We used to go to Columbus, Ohio every year.
Dang.
So yeah,
You drove the horse trailers from South
we
Texas
did.
all the way to Ohio?
my dad would send one of our guys that worked for us to drive the animals, the horses, and we would fly in.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we'd always
That'd
fly.
make for a long drive.
Yeah. I'll never forget one time we had a layover in New York. I think we flew into Newark where, we had cowboy hats on because we should have put them in the trailer or the truck, but we didn't. So we had to wear them. So you're wearing them on the airplane and you get to New Jersey or wherever, Newark, Jersey, where we were at the airport, walking around with our cowboy hats on. Everybody's, hey, cowboy, yeehaw, just the whole spiel.
Not a whole lot of cowboy wearers
no,
up in that
not
part.
a whole lot of cowboy wearers, but yeah, that was a little experience.
There is a lot here.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty rare that if you go into a restaurant or somewhere where there's not somebody that has a cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's when we flew. That I don't know if I ever told you about the People's Express. You ever hear that one?
No.
Oh my God, we would get a travel agent would get us our tickets. Get us all set up. Motels and get our flights and everything. And they flew us on this thing called People's Express. It was like being on a train. You know how you're on a train when the guy comes and takes your money or for your ticket or whatever?
Yep.
This same thing. You had to get a boarding pass to get on, but you still hadn't paid for your flight yet.
What?
So the lady would come by with that little credit card thing. Back in the old days, remember, you had the little swipe deal? Like
Yep.
the big old,
Yep.
had a carbon on it.
Yep.
She'd come to your seat, and you'd hand her your credit card to pay for your airplane ticket.
Is this like just one row on each side of the aisle? Like it only sat like 15 people?
No, it's a huge plane. We flew
Oh.
from Houston to Newark, New Jersey, and then we caught a little plane from Newark to Columbus.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, we flew nonstop, and like I said, 20, 30 minutes in, maybe 45 minutes in, the stewardess coming down the aisle, and we had to pay for our seats.
Oh my goodness.
It didn't last very long. Like I said, you never heard of it. People's Express is what it was called.
Huh.
People's Express.
I wonder if there was a lot of folks that didn't have
Didn't have to pay
well, I
didn't
mean, if
have the
their
money?
credit card wouldn't, yeah.
or it didn't work. Yeah. Well,
Because
no,
back
you wouldn't
then,
know.
That's right.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know back then.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it went broke.
Yeah.
How many people did give them dud credit cards
Yep.
that didn't work? They go to collect and there's no money there.
Kids, if you're listening, nowadays things are instant.
Instantly, you know.
But
it
back
works or
then,
don't.
when you ran a credit card,
Yeah.
the people that ran it,
It was on
the
a carbon.
business, they would call a phone number. They would call in each thing. Then they would press on the phone how much
Yeah.
to charge that card, and then that card's bank
Yeah.
would get charged,
But
and you wouldn't know that it was
right.
not
Right.
working or expire
Yeah,
or whatever.
But here's you're on a plane. There's no phone.
Yeah, you get there.
So
who
you got that lady had that little metal thing that had that little arm deal. You just
Yep.
swiped it. You put the card on top of it on that carbon. Whoop whoop, and it kind of made the carbon.
it made an
picture
impression. Yep.
of your credit card, and that was it. You were gone. You were good to go. Yeah. People's
So by the
Express,
time they found out, they would already be there and landed
yeah,
and off the plane.
gone. So maybe that's why they went broke
Yeah.
because people's cards were no good. They didn't know it.
Also, back in the day, if you didn't have any money in your checking account, you would do what you call float a check.
Oh,
You could
believe
write
me,
a check
I'm a cowboy. I
because
floated a lot of checks.
you knew you would get paid in 4
Yeah.
days, right?
Yeah,
You didn't have 200 in the bank. You
Yeah.
wrote the check for 200, but you knew
yeah,
by the time that that check went to the
Yeah.
bank, to their bank, then that bank sent it to your bank, and it had to go by car
yeah.
or airplane. So I mean, it was multiple days before anybody
Yeah.
realized if you
Well,
did or didn't have
Like
the
us
money.
being rodeo cowboys, at the pro rodeos, you could write a check. So you might go to 4 rodeos that weekend, and you ain't had no money in the bank, but you paid a check for every rodeo you entered. hoping that you won one of them or won some money, so you could beat it to the bank
Yeah.
the next week. But
Yeah.
you had a few days to go. It was going to take a while for that check to get
That's
to your
right.
bank. So, even if your last rodeo was on a Saturday and you gave a check say you gave a check on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, well, that check
Banks aren't open on Saturday and Sunday,
Saturday,
so.
Sunday. So, Thursday, Friday, if you could get the least of money in there by then, you were good to go. So, believe me, I did that a lot.
Yeah.
Being a broke cowboy.
Nowadays, if you write a check to somebody, they're going to put it through a machine. Zoop,
Yeah,
zoop,
boop, it's instant.
and they're going to say, sorry, sir,
Yeah.
there's no money in this account.
Well, now you can give them the check, but the next day that secretary might enter those checks into the system, and they know it's bad. I mean, it's bad then.
Right, but there's one called, it's called telecheck or check a
Oh,
check.
yes.
And it runs it through it.
Well, you know what?
And
It
you'll
might
know
do
instantly.
that now
That's what I mean.
because I haven't been to a pro rodeo since 2010 probably. and
Anywhere where there's a check
So,
now, they find
they
out
might
quick.
know instantly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I never thought about that. So yeah. Speaking of that, I think I still have a fine at the PRCA too.
What'd you do?
I didn't pay I was roping with a guy that was paying my entry fees. And then we had a falling out or something. Something happened. And that sucker didn't pay my last 4 or 5 roadies I went to. So I think I owe him like $700. I need to pay him.
The rodeo place?
The Pro Rodeo Association has a fines department, has a department where you pay your fines.
Hopefully there's no interest in late
No,
fees.
I called him a few years ago and asked. It was like 700 something bucks. It probably stopped. I need to pay it because I'm a gold card holder and I don't get the benefits of that. There's pretty good benefits being a gold card member of the PRCA.
Oh, but if you owe them,
I'm fined, so that I
you-
don't get. Yeah, I'm done.
oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm on the bad list,
Yeah.
and it's been there for now 15 years, and I've been meaning to do it, and I got the means now. I need to do it. There was times when I didn't have that extra means to do it, but I got the means to do it now. So I need to pay it. It's on
Ask
my
them
mind
if
all
they,
the time.
ask them if they take like $350 at a time. Or
They
something.
would. They'll take
Yeah.
whatever. They'll take whatever. But
Well, you don't want to draw it out too long. $20
no.
at a time.
I want to
you know?
pay it.
Yeah.
I want to pay it off. Especially for the end of this year. Who knows? I might want to enter a rodeo one day. I couldn't ever buy I'm not eligible to buy my membership. I'm not eligible. Even if I was, say if it was this year and I had my membership, I couldn't go to a rodeo till my fines were paid.
I see.
You're on the blacklist. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of credit and stuff like that, Wendy and I have 2 different credit cards that we use every month,
Yeah.
and we pay them every month. One's Amazon Prime card. They get Amazon. It gets like cash back. They
I keep getting.
They just put your money right into that Amazon.
I keep getting emails to get me.
You should.
that Amazon card.
I mean, we like it, but anyway.
I don't like having too many credit cards.
And then we have a Bonvoy Marriott card,
yeah.
and all those points go towards our Marriott points, which we can use for hotel rooms. Well,
Cool.
this month I charged $5,000 for the insurance deductible.
Yeah, for your.
Yeah, I don't
review.
have an extra $5,000, so this month
Right.
might be the only month in the last few years that I might have a credit card balance.
where you didn't pay it off at the end of the month.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So Wendy puts half of her money in our checking account, and the other half goes to our vacation fund.
Yeah.
Because when we first were married years and years ago, we didn't have a vacation fund, right? We were poor.
Right.
But now that she's got a job and we wanted to go on vacation, we were always trying to like save up or, just somehow, go about it different. But now we figured we set that up. We don't touch it. But we might have to transfer vacation fund into checking account and then pay the whole thing off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So that means it'll drain the vacation fund altogether.
Yeah.
And I think if I pay it all, it was due on the 1st. Today's what, the 5th?
Yeah.
I think if I pay it off within this week, I still won't get charged interest.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to break my
No,
streak.
I wouldn't want to either.
That company's just waiting for
Yeah.
me to mess up
Yeah,
so they can get
because-
some
Because
interest.
they're like, man, we're not getting nothing from this guy. He's just
Yeah.
using our money,
Yep.
and we're not getting anything back from this guy.
I'm getting all those points.
Exactly. Yeah. That's smart. Yeah. I've thought about doing that, but I just use my debit card. And I don't,
That's what we did until about, I'd say about 3 years ago.
That's a smart idea.
We got the Amazon card.
That's a smart
And we used
idea.
it exclusively, and then pretty soon we had $400 or $500 sitting in Amazon. So when we bought stuff on Amazon, basically free,
Yeah.
because they give us, a couple percent
Yeah.
of whatever we buy
Yeah.
into our Amazon. It's like having an Amazon gift card.
Yeah. I mean that.
But now,
that's
to be
smart.
honest with you,
honestly, I think it's smart.
we kind of laid off the Amazon stuff.
Really.
Yeah, we're not
I
buying
wish-
stuff off
I
there
wish-
like we used to.
I wish Daphne would. God, no. Every day. There's something at the door every day.
Well,
Well, if it's not Amazon, it's Temu. And Temu don't cost a lot,
right.
but it adds up when you buy a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you
man.
think about it this way, if you're buying it on Amazon for cheaper, and if you would have bought it here locally anyway
Yeah.
from a store and it's the same stuff,
You probably wouldn't have bought it. It's
well,
like it's
that
like
is
the
bad.
thrill.
Then. It is bad then, yeah.
I think just buy things to buy things. Because if not, we wouldn't go to the store to go buy anything. You know?
Yeah, but I find myself guilty of that too.
Well, I do too. I ain't
So,
gonna lie. I looked at it yesterday. I was going, man, I wish I could buy something. I need to buy something. I mean, I'm looking at it last night. I'm looking at it last night, telling myself, I need to buy something just because I wanted to buy something.
On Temu, I rarely buy anything on Temu. But I hit purchase. I was in my shopping cart
Yeah.
for months. Guess what I bought?
What you buy?
This
Something
is-
for cooking.
No,
What?
it's called a plastic welding machine.
Oh my God.
You weld plastic with it. So it's got two barbs at the end. The barbs look like soldering wire. I mean, soldering iron. They get hot, right?
Yeah.
But you it looks like a weird shaped staple.
So like when you're doing some plumbing, like you want to put some PVC pipe together,
It's
would it
whatever
weld that?
whatever plastic you want to fix.
You think it'll hold it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, especially if it's cracked.
Yeah.
So you put this thing that looks like a staple in the
Yeah.
end of it. It heats up the staple red hot. That staple melts halfway through the plastic, and then you break it off, and that staple-looking thing, it's a little
Oh.
zigzaggy. It's like a stitch.
Okay.
So now you've stitched that, and that looks ugly, right? But then
Yeah.
you could put this other thing on it that heats up, and that's a pointed thing, looks like an iron. And you just you melt and smooth
smooth
that
it out.
plastic.
Ain't
Yeah.
that something?
And there's
Man.
different pieces for different situations because you have different things.
Huh.
That you
I've
need
never
to
heard of
fix.
that before.
And you know why I need that?
Why do you need that, Joe?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said,
I
I looked
don't.
online last night, sitting in the chair, 10:30, 11 o'clock, going, what can I buy? But I didn't buy anything.
But you know why I want to have that? In case something breaks, I'm going to say, ha ha, I got the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And what happens if a friend of mine says, oh, look at my thing broke. I could come to the
fix
rescue.
it. I can fix it. I can
That's
be
right.
the hero. Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that's broke is my garbage can lid. So when I get it, I'm going to see if I
Yeah.
can mend it up.
And I know when she hears this, she's going to say, well, Saturday there was a box came for you. Well, you know what came for me? It was my trash can lid. I have one of those automatic trash can lids
Uh-huh.
that open up automatically. And the one we have, the lid would only open like a quarter of the way up sometimes. Like,
Oh, yeah, I got
like
you.
it would go, whoop, and it wouldn't go all the way open. And then maybe 2 or 3 times it opens, then it would go
Probably
all the way.
that little thing on the back of that hinge.
Something was wrong
Yeah.
with it. So today it got delivered. So she's going, I can imagine her saying, well, you got something today. But
You splurged
buy
on
it.
yourself, huh?
I didn't buy it. It was free because it came back, But anyway. Yeah, no, I do catch myself wanting to order things.
Oh, you know what
just
else
to
I bought
order.
on Temu? Same order.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was still in the shopping cart when I hit it, but a mini heat gun.
A mini heat gun, like to melt plastic?
Yeah, it's got these little plastic tubes,
Yeah.
and when you're doing some electrical
Oh,
work,
put it in the wires.
you put it in the wire and you
Yeah. Yeah.
it,
That's cool.
it shrinks it up.
Yeah. That's cool.
So Jesse, if stuff goes awry,
Yeah.
but breaks, busts,
Yeah.
cracks,
Yeah.
I'm fixing it.
I know where you're at. I'll come see you.
On Temu, I also bought. You know when you're trying to take something apart in your car,
Yeah.
and it's got them little plastic
Little
things.
clips.
They're they're chintzy.
Yeah, and
You
or
go
the
like-
screws into it.
Yeah.
and
And they just pop off.
They wear out and they won't work no more. Yeah.
the little legs
Yeah.
are flanged out. The little
Yeah, they're
legs
too
break
far
off,
out.
and then
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
stupid thing flaps around.
Yeah.
So I got a whole kit of that,
Okay.
a couple hundred pieces.
I could see those could be used.
That's a universal, like whatever car brand,
They're there.
I got it.
You got it. Yeah.
What else did I buy?
I've only ever bought one thing. I bought a leather bag, like a leather duffel bag
Oh,
to
okay.
travel with. It's nice.
Yeah, I like
Real
those.
leather. I mean, it's good. It's a real leather. It's nice. Good quality. You know, I like that. I always wanted a leather duffel bag like that. I always liked that one song of George Strait's.
Which one?
I don't know the name of the song, but all I got is this beat up leather bag,
Oh yeah.
and everything
Well,
I got
Wendy's been wanting to get
wouldn't
me
fill up half. Yeah.
yeah, a nice leather bag, but I like
Yeah.
the kind that looks a little distressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even when it's new, I like it to look a little worn out.
Worn out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's what I got. That's the only thing I've ever bought from Temu. Have you seen the couches?
A couch?
I've seen videos on TikTok of people buying couches from Temu.
No.
Cool couches in a way, honestly. They're pretty neat.
How do they just ship you a
They're-
giant couch, or are they inflatable?
They're got them sucked down. Everything just sucked down.
Oh,
all
it's
the
all
air.
foam?
Yeah. Yeah. There's some I don't. It's amazing. They're cool looking couches. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Huh.
You need to go look in Reels or somewhere and see if they have Temu couches and tables and stuff. They got some pretty cool stuff that can be shifted. And people are pretty smart. A lot of ingenuity.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I could just go on Temu and look for them.
you probably could. Yeah.
I bought some nice dress shirts from there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. The first time I got 2 shirts.
The size.
Nope.
Oh.
They fit perfect. I think there's a lot
Really?
of
Well,
skinny
there's a lot of-
Asian
no,
folks.
there is
Yeah.
a lot of skinny Asian folks.
So-
I have a hard time finding shirts on. I wouldn't be able to get a shirt on Temu unless it was maybe for Japanese sumo wrestlers. or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So yeah, no.
I found jeans that fit me in Hawaii, and I said, "Man, this store, like,
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that you guys." And she said, "Well, it's because there's a lot of Asian guys
yeah.
are thin, so they stock,
These little thin jeans.
tall and skinny folks." But anyway, I got these 2 shirts, a red one and a white one,
Yeah.
and I know better, but I threw them in the wash.
Oh, and they turned
And-
pink.
Yeah. Well, the one stayed
the
red.
white one turned pink. Yeah.
Yeah, but I realized I did it as soon as I threw it, but there was already water in there.
Yeah.
I picked up that red one, and I swear to you,
It
it instantly.
Instantly drip. Yeah. That's funny.
I tried washing that white shirt with OxyClean and bleach and all
Bleach.
kinds of stuff. I can still see it. Wendy said it's not bad.
yeah.
Just wear it anyway. But I
Yeah.
can still see it.
Yeah, I did that one time by accident. I washed some pants, and they were tan colored jeans. And I don't know what I was thinking. I threw this red brand new fishing shirt in there. Same thing. Those tan jeans
Pink.
were pink. They had red spots
Yeah.
all over them. Yeah.
I don't want to wear the shirt by itself, but maybe have an overcoat
Yeah.
because it's red on like the sleeve. But if I just wear it out by itself, someone's going to be like, "Oh, Joe, were you in charge of doing your own laundry one day?" Yep.
Yep. Yep. Oh, Joe.
Anyways.
Anywho.
Anywho.
Oh my gosh. Well, you got anything else going on this weekend? It is Saturday evening.
I'm going to be doing homework, I think.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go home and just go to sleep. I was asleep earlier this morning before we left to go to school.
I went to
on your
sleep
couch.
so early last night. You called me and I guess it rang forever. You
It
said,
was
"What are you
9
doing,
o'clock
sleeping?"
in the morning. 9 o'clock in the evening. It's 9:02.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm like, yo,
What are you doing, sleeping?
are you
I said,
okay? You
"Yep."
sleeping? Yeah, I'm sleeping. I was like, dude, it's only 9 o'clock. Gut feels on.
Aiden and his friends went to go see the movie Minecraft last night at the 10 o'clock movie.
Yeah,
But Wendy took him.
yeah.
He was there, and I had bought the tickets on my phone, and I texted the tickets to him.
Right.
Well, he didn't get the text.
Oh no,
Either I put the number in wrong,
they
or
wouldn't let him in.
right. Well, I bought him and his friends
Friend
the
ticket.
tickets. Well, he tried calling me, and of course I was asleep. It was
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
I believe it because I called you at 9. and I let
Wendy
it ring
called
and
me
ring and
twice. Aiden called me twice. Finally, Riley comes in and knocks on the door and goes, "Dad,
They're trying to call
Aiden
you.
needs the tickets. So I took a screenshot of the QR code
Yeah,
to
it
send it to
works.
him, and
Yeah.
it worked. But like he was freaking out. He's like, I get texts. I found texts
Did they
later.
go to Temple or they went to
Yeah, the one over in Temple.
Temple?
Because I got I'm part of the movie club over there.
Oh, we both are.
That's right.
We went to the movies last weekend. Me, you, and Wendy.
Yep.
We went to see Death of a Unicorn.
Death of a Unicorn.
And
Should
I'm
we give a
thinking-
review, an official review of
Yeah,
Death
give
of a
him
Unicorn?
a review, Joe. You give him your opinion, and we'll do the thumbs up, thumbs down, Siskel and Ebert version here.
I don't know if you're going to agree with me.
Okay, go ahead.
2 thumbs up. Both thumbs up. You know why? I'll tell you why first.
Why?
It was original.
It was very original. I
And
give it that.
It was funny in the parts it was supposed to be funny. Nothing was like, I mean, it was hokey, you know? But, I mean, you're going to go
Yeah.
watch a movie about a unicorn. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Like, you're not expecting
Okay.
to be real.
So you'll give it thumbs up.
Because it's original.
I'm-
It's not a remake of some where you know exactly what's going to happen because it was a very similar movie before.
Okay. I'm going to rate it in stars.
Okay.
5 stars, okay?
Yeah.
0 to 5, or 1 to 5. I give it a 4.5.
You liked it that much too?
It was good.
I liked it too.
I like you said, it was original.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what the movie was about. I never even seen a preview.
That's right. Wendy saw it. She told me about it. We said, Jess, you want to go? And you're like, yep.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What's it? A unicorn? Like, I'm like, what is this movie about? Had no idea.
Paul
No,
Rudd.
I didn't even see a preview. I didn't even go look for it. I just said, I'm gonna go be surprised. I was surprised.
Do you think it was better because you had no idea what to expect?
Yeah, I had no idea what to expect.
Do you think if you would have watched a preview and then went into it, you would have had, you wouldn't have liked it as much?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had no clue when it's called Death of a Unicorn. I mean, you don't know there's gonna be a real unicorn.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, it could be about anything.
Right.
So I had no clue. Yeah,
It was a little hokey and
It
you know,
was.
it was magical.
but I think it was
but
hokey
on purpose.
on purpose,
Yeah.
and that's what made it funny.
Yeah, and it was action packed.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
recommend it.
Yeah.
I-
If you don't
I
have
highly
anything to
recommend
watch,
it was good.
especially.
Yeah,
I mean, if there's a big blockbuster that you're looking forward to,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you want to just go see the
I'm
movies,
not gonna lie to you. I think I got more out of that movie than I did out of Captain America.
huh?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I
Imagine the budget difference, right?
yeah,
Crazy.
I can imagine. But those unicorns were mean.
Yeah. They weren't friendly. You could just pet or ride or
Uh-huh. They
get
weren't.
some magical
No.
wish or something.
Oh, but anyway, when you're out there, guys, go see Death of a Unicorn.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
don't think you'll be
I
disappointed.
like how they tied the old world. How in the movie it was the tapestries,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But how they tied the old.
yeah. The pictures on the
Folklore.
on the tapestry, the
Yeah.
folklore. Yeah, no, I recommend it. So I gave it 4.5. So
Do you want to go see Minecraft with Jack Black?
no,
No. I think
I
I'll
don't even
watch
know
it.
anything about Minecraft at all.
I think I'll watch it when it comes to the house, like some sort of movie channel.
Maybe. Did you ever watch Dungeons and Dragons? That movie that came on last year?
Nope.
I never watched it either. So I'm thinking it might be the same thing. I probably won't watch it.
But this
either.
has got Jack Black in it.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
he's
That
pretty
might be-
funny.
that might be funny with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Nacho Libre.
I think his best movie is School of Rock.
School of Rock.
You ever watch it?
Yeah.
I think I want to tell the kids they need to watch that.
Yeah.
We should have movie
Well,
night at the
your
house.
kids should watch that. They're band pick kids.
Yeah.
That's something they should watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Riley plays the trombone. Aiden used to play the upright bass in the orchestra.
Yeah.
But he's not playing it now. He's in high school.
Oh, he's not in high school band
No,
no more? Oh,
no.
okay. I thought he was still in band. Oh, okay.
No, he played all 3 years of middle school.
Middle school.
But when he
then-
got to high school, there's too many other electives and stuff
Yeah.
that he wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. There is a lot to do at that high school.
Yeah. Anyways, we've been talking a while.
We have, Joe.
Should we wrap this up?
I think we should wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I feel
We'll,
like we get a little bit of feedback from people.
Yeah.
You know, the few listeners
Mostly
we have,
positive.
and most of it is positive.
Yeah.
You know, I know we had some people talking about the rookie actor and rice and the risotto and
Rizzuto.
whatever
Yeah.
it was. But anyway, we appreciate all the comments though, and you know, hey, we're just two guys just sitting here, just talking,
Shooting the breeze.
shooting the breeze, and we might not be perfect, so you know, don't hold it against us if we say something out of line, but or not right or something like that. But hey, let us know, and maybe we can fix it, or we can learn from what we learn from our little mistakes we make. So we thank everybody.
Yeah. We'll get out another one in a week or so.
No, yeah, exactly. So next Sunday.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate all y'all, and y'all have a good one, and see y'all later. Adios.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.